Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here, and I'm about to show you what I found when I went through them. Let's talk about this week's tip though. This week's tip involves, germs. We'll call them germs. People are always concerned when I go through stacks of cash like this and they're talking about germs. And they're asking if I'm worried about contamination and stuff like that. Well, germs cannot live outside of a host for an extended period of time. So what I do is when I get my bills, the first thing that I do is I put them under a book, a heavy book to compress the bills down, and I keep them under there for a couple days, sometimes 3 or 4 days, just to compress the bills so that they're all flat. Well, the other benefit to doing that is now those bills have been untouched for 3 or 4 days. So if there was anything living on the bills, it had nothing to survive on for the last 3 or 4 days. Some people will say anything over 3 hours and a germ can't live. I'm not going to be the one to tell you how long a particular germ can live outside of a host, but I will say that germs can't live outside of a host indefinitely. So, by me having my bills pressed under a book for a number of days, that's why I don't worry about handling my money. That's my rationale for it anyway. All right, so here's my 1,000 in singles. I went through them, and let's take a look at what I found. Did find a couple trinaries, zeros, twos, and sixes in this particular one. This one is fives, sixes, and eights. That was it for the trinaries, believe it or not. I did find lots of quads, though. This one's quad nines, quad sevens on this particular bill, quad sevens again, quad sixes, nice shape on that note, quad fours with a fifth, so five of a kind, but a block of four there. And this one is quad threes. And those of you paying attention, you'll notice that on this particular 7, it looks like there's an extended mark there. Well, maybe not. But over here, this 7 is slightly elevated. Those are known as gas pump errors or odometer errors. Unless it's extremely drastic, or maybe if it was showing a second number on there, it's not going to increase any value. You see so many notes that have heavy prints or light prints on different numbers. That's just a very minor print. They don't even pull those at the mint to replace them with star notes. But anyway, quad threes on this particular one. Another one with quad threes, and this one is actually six of a kind. Almost a radar, but you know how I feel about almost. Threes, sixes, and sevens are in this note. It does have 6 threes on it, so six of a kind and a block of 4. So that one's pretty cool. This one has 5 zeros, a block of 5 zeros right there in the center. And I did get a second 5 of a kind. This one is 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 ones on this particular bill. I did find some stars, and I will be adding these to my pile so that I can sort through all of my stars at once. I'll be going to mycurrencycollection.com once again to make sure that I didn't have anything rare. This particular one's from 2006. I think I found 2 notes from 2006 that were stars. Yep, there's the other one. So 2 older star notes. And this is 2013 again. A couple zeros to start this star note. I always get excited there. I know it doesn't mean much, but anything to inspire hope is a good thing. Another star. Another 2013. And older notes. Didn't find a whole lot. I found a 1999. This is the 99 here. A couple 1995s. 1993, I believe, is the oldest note I had. This one here and this 93 here. So that was it for my search. A couple 5 of a kinds. That's what I was able to find this week. It's getting a little tougher to pull the stuff out of my safety deposit box. Luckily, I've still been able to make some purchases. Now, this next bill that I've got here, this is a first for me. I don't know about a first. It's a new record, I should say. I'm going to bring this one up nice and slow and show you what I've got here. This raggedy little piece of paper here pretty harsh to look at, pretty drastic. Not only is this particular note pretty drastic, it's in rough shape. It's a major crease, hole in the center. It looks like it was torn or repaired over here. In fact, this entire note has been mounted on a thicker piece of paper to keep the whole thing together. If I was to take it out of here, I can kind of peel apart some of the stuff so you can see the back of the note, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave this in the case that it's in. So why do I have this? And what is this? This, as you can see by the date right there, is a 1770. And if I turn it this way, you can read half of a dollar. This is a 1770, it says it right here, half dollar as well. 1770 half dollar, and here you can see the M, the A, the R, the other letters start to get blown in there. This is from Maryland. This is what's known as colonial currency. Colonial currency, obviously from the colonies. This piece of paper is older than the country. Obviously, 1776 is the number everybody thinks about, but that isn't exactly the date. 1770 definitely predates our country. And this piece of colonial currency, I saw this. I do have one other piece. It's dated 1779. So this particular piece now becomes the oldest piece of currency in my collection. So why do I have such a ragged piece? That's the thing. I mean, I've come up with all kinds of nice pieces for different categories. And this particular one, not only is it beat to hell, but it's been mounted. So that means somebody glued it. So this can't possibly have any value, correct? Well, that's the thing. That's what got me. So I decided to pick this up, and I checked it out in the book. And let me show you what the book has to say about this. When it comes to different things, there we go, Maryland. And if I look at the dates, April 6th, 1751, 1756, 1767, March 1st, 1770. This particular one is a half dollar. Maryland half dollar, and you can see the price. Rare. Period. End of story. It's not very rare, it's just rare. So when I saw that it was listed as rare, all of a sudden condition didn't matter very much to me at all, and I had to have the piece, especially when I got it for as cheap as I did. Yeah, it's nice when you can look up in a guidebook to try to figure out what you've got, and the guidebook calls it rare. Now, you can kind of make out that the bill is hand signed. There are 2 signatures on this bill. The serial number is hand numbered. And well, I can't show the back because there's nothing on the back. But yeah, that is a half dollar from 1770. Just for perspective, think about what a 50-cent piece would be worth if it was a coin from 1770. I don't know the exact value of a piece like this, but I was willing to fork out $30 and take a chance just to say that I've got a piece of currency from 1770 in my collection. So yeah, that's all I had, and it was $30. I've thrown away a lot more money on a lot less things. But yeah, this is my 1770 Maryland colonial currency half dollar. All right, guys, if you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you're all staying safe. I'm just killing some time over here, and we'll talk to you guys next week.